Oh my god. So we have just finished off with the second segment here at the War Remnant Museum, and trust me, I'm already not feeling well. After coming out from the gate of the War Museum, take the left side way, not the right side, because if you take the right side, you will have to walk almost a kilometer or more to come to this main gate. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Right now I am in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and in this video I'll be covering the beautiful attractions here in this city, which includes the War Museum, the Independence Palace, and also the cathedral or the church, which is very famous in this place. So if you love the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and do watch the full video, because in between I'm going to give you some pro tips that you would need for your next trip to Ho Chi Minh City. So let's begin. So the place where we are staying is just 2 minutes walk from the Bui Vian walking street, as you can see, and right from here we are going to book a grab which will take us to the War Museum. Hello. So right now we are on our way towards the first location, which is the War Museum. This is one of the places where I wanted to visit in this country. It's one of the most popular museums in Southeast Asia. So let's go and explore the place, and it will take around 15 minutes time to reach from the Bui Vian walking street. So we have reached the War Remnant Museum, and it took us 15 minutes time, and 31,000 dong was the price that we had to pay for the grab from the Bui Vian walking street. Right in front of us you can see there is a big queue for the ticket counter, and let me just show you the timing of the War Museum also. It's all written here. It's open daily from 7:30 AM to 5:30 PM, and last admission is 5 PM. This is an iconic museum here in Vietnam and also in Southeast Asia, and this one is the one you should be definitely visiting on your trip to Vietnam. So we have just entered the War Remnant Museum here at Saigon, and the ticket prices here are 40,000 Vietnamese dong per head. And right now I'm going to explore this beautiful museum and show you why this is Asia's one of the most important museums. Just on the gates you can see this is CH-48 versatile 2-engine heavy motor helicopter. They have kept this actually right over here for people to visit. You can see the front 2 seats. And just look at the size of this mega structure. Absolutely beautiful. These are all original. There is no replica, and it's not been made afterwards. These are all original structures. and you can see that the blade have actually gone outside the territory of the museum. It's huge, absolutely huge. Right over here are some tanks, you can see, and I'm just shocked to see these mega structures out here. Absolutely beautiful. This is the D7E bulldozer. It's all written here. These were commonly used during the constructions by the US Army and also for military purpose. This is M132A1 flamethrower. So this was actually used to throw flames, as you can see. Right over there is the nozzle. And just look at these mega structures. Absolutely beautiful. These beautiful exhibits which they have kept here are mainly from the first Indo-Chinese War and also the Vietnamese War. This is the 105mm howitzer. It's written here with maximum range of 11 kilometers. Right over here is another one, but this has a lower range. It's 14,600 meters, but this one is much more bigger in size than the last one. Right over here is a US Air Force flight jet actually, which you can see. This is a 4-seater, and here is the US Air Force. This one actually was used during the time of the war. And just look how big the structure is. Absolutely beautiful scenes here. Right here is another one, and this one is the biggest out of the lot. These are all mega structures, and it's only present here at the War Remnant Museum at Saigon. I have seen a beautiful war museum at Penang, but this is something out of the world experience for me. I have never seen a fighter jet, nor did I ever see this kind of helicopters and this kind of armed military equipped helicopters and planes. So this is my first time experience with this, and it was so damn beautiful. Right now we are moving inside to check out the place. Here there are some souvenir stores, and the place is quite big, as you can see. It will take us more than an hour or two maybe to cover the entire museum here. So come on, let's explore and let me show you around. See, these are the photos where it shows Vietnam War can lead to nuclear war. Labor must act for peace. Stop date in Vietnam. These were the protests that were made during the time. It's on 1968, 1970, 1966. During that phase, when the war was just going to begin. This is the place where it shows the International Conference of Solidarity with the people of Vietnam against the US aggression for defense of peace that was held in Hanoi in 1964. 15th October, World Youth Action Day, solidarity with heroic Vietnam. In this section, okay, we're starting off from the left side. In this section, they have shown us how China, Indonesia, Pakistan actually demonstrated or did a demonstration against the war, the US war of aggression. 1964, again in 1964, this one is in Laos and this one is in Cambodia, just to stop the war happening. You can see this photo, the talk between the Chinese chairman and President Ho Chi Minh. This was a demonstration against the Vietnamese war in Beijing, China, 1966, and here in Vietnam, 1954. You can see the protest happening in Karachi, Pakistan, Kuala Lumpur, and also in Indonesia, Jakarta. So there was a lot of protest happening here and there just to stop the Vietnamese war to happen, and it was all against the Americans at that point of time. And on this side, they have shown how Poland, Czechoslovakia, Romania, Soviet Union, Hungary, Bulgaria, Germany wanted the war to stop. You can see here Australian women celebrate historic victory of the Vietnamese people. These were the banners and posters that were made by the Australians to show how much they were against the war which was going on in Vietnam. US out of the AC Asia now. AC here means Southeast Asia. They came for peace. Not only did the European countries, the Latin Americans and the Asians supported Vietnam against America in this war, but there were some progressive Americans also who supported Vietnam and wanted America to stop this war. So I will show you the presentation here which they have made right now. As you can see, it's written here, American youth burned their draft card in opposition to US aggression in Vietnam. 4 students at Kent State University, Ohio shot dead by National Guard troops for the demonstration against war in Vietnam, and there were so many stories related to this. So it's not just other countries, but there were so many Americans who were supporting Vietnam at that point of time and wanted America to stop what was going on between America and Vietnam. And in this section, Argentina, Chile, Mexico, Venezuela, Cuba, you can see a banner protest during which reads, Cuban people are always ready to dedicate even our blood to Vietnam. The Cuban President Fidel Castro visits a liberation zone 1973. These were the posters that were made by the Cuban people to support Vietnamese resistance against the US. And the story goes on. Same year for France, Italy, United Kingdom, Switzerland, and in this museum they have put up all those messages and all those protests in a very, very disciplined and mannered way, and given every country the respect they deserve. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful scenes here. And as you can see, Bijoy Vietnam Lal Salam, Ho Chi Minh Lal Salam. This is what is written in Bengali. Poster the Indian Communist Party published to support Vietnam and its resistance in US aggression. This is one for the history books. Not only did the European countries, the Latin Americans and the Asians supported Vietnam against America in this war, but there were some progressive Americans also who supported Vietnam and wanted America to stop this war. So I will show you the presentation here which they have made right now. As you can see, it's written here, American youth burned their draft card in opposition to US aggression in Vietnam. 4 students at Kent State University, Ohio, shot dead by National Guard troops for the demonstration against war in Vietnam, and there were so many stories related to this. Almost the entire world supported Vietnam during this war with America between 1954 to 1976, and it has been all depicted here in this walls inside the beautiful War Remnant Museum in Saigon. Right now we are climbing up to the first floor, and on the left hand side is the segment known as War Crimes, which I'll be showing you right now. So in this section they have covered how devastatingly the Vietnamese people were actually killed and martyred by the US troops. You can see here, it's written here, Vietnamese patron is taken by US Marines and roped together for interrogation camps. Right over here you can see a squad actually rounds up villages for interrogation. The father of a little girl crying so that they don't kill his father, and a lot of stories like this. Even women and babies are target of US American division mopping up operations. And these are the stories more on the walls over here, along with the missiles. I'll show you right here, they have kept the missiles and the stories are also here. The sewer, this is the sewer where the 3 grandchildren of Mr. Bui Van was hiding, and they have made a replica of this up here. So I've just finished off with the second segment here at the War Museum, and trust me, I'm already not feeling well. It's very sad to see how the Americans' aggression actually massacred this beautiful country here and killed so many people. So many innocent people were bombed, killed, and even interrogated, raped, and so many things happened. It's really very sad actually. I'm trying my level best to cover all the spots for you, but I would definitely request, if you are coming to this country, please to visit this War Museum, because this is something which you should not miss, even if you don't love history. So on towards the next segment, which is the Agent Orange effect. This section actually covers how the US troops actually attacked the Vietnamese by throwing chemicals and toxic chemicals actually to destroy their livelihood. It's all written here. In the aggression war in Vietnam, US Army not only used lethal weapons but caused casualties, but also toxic chemicals to destroy livelihood of Vietnamese people. Along with the photos Lithuania. You can see this photo right here, low-lying C123 provider spraying toxic chemicals. In Operation Ranch Hand, US UC-123B provider sprayed defoliants all over forests in southern Vietnam. And this not only killed a lot of people but also made them paralyzed, and they suffered a lifelong disease which actually was genetically which actually was seen in these pictures which they have preserved. Agent Orange victim. Just see the conditions. It's very sad actually. I'm out of words right now. Just see the conditions of the Agent Orange victims right here. And all the photos of so many kids along with their mother, father and all family members who faced the wrath of Agent Orange. It's all given here along with the photos and the stories. Look at the condition of these babies. Just look at this photo right over here. So on towards the next section, which is the Requiem, meaning this is the section where they have collected all the photos that were actually provided by the ones who mainly died during the Indo-Chinese War and the Vietnamese War. I hope I am correct. Let me just check on this again. It's all written here. The photos evoke dual image, not only just those for Teddy Bear and Valentine and also the casualties of the war, both civilian and military, but also images as well as many of us, the faces of the men and women who were there, who were their friends, who took these very photos. The ones who died and the ones who still lives. These are actually the photos that were provided by them, that are kept in this beautiful war museum. And the stories are given here as well. You can read all the stories right over here, and the pictures are given here as well to make you understand and give you clarity on the subject. So we are on towards the last section. This is historical truths. .75 mm, we call this 5 LM20. Just look at the size of this one. These were the US weapons used during the Vietnamese War. Bazooka. These were the military dresses that was used during the Vietnamese War by the US Army. Some of US major combat units. It was a very different experience here at the War Remnant Museum, and I would request each and everyone coming to Vietnam and also in Saigon to visit this place, because this is something which you need to know if you want to know more about the culture and history of the country. So we are moving on towards the next spot, so keep watching. So right outside there is the tiger cages. This was actually special cells which were used to prison the protesters and the political leaders as well. So let me just show you. They've tried to keep this place intact. It was bought by the French in Vietnam early 20th and kept to use big industry. Let's see, this is the place where they used to actually cut the throat and make people headless. The bully time. Histories are all written here. Tiger cage surrounded by barbed wire. This was mainly made so that people couldn't move except inside this particular place, or else they will be cutting their hands and feet because of the barbed wire. So after covering the War Museum here at Saigon, we are on our way towards the Independence Palace. But as because it's almost 4 o'clock, I guess the Independence Palace will be closed, because it normally closes by 3:30 or 3:45. Let's see, I will try my best to cover the place from outside. And do remember this while coming down to Saigon, that this place gets closed around 3:30 or 4. And also the War Museum, which actually gets closed by 5:30. So keep the times keep time in your hand, because the War Museum will take you almost around 3 to 4 hours time to complete if you are actually going to all the parts and all reading out all the segments. So come on, let's go to the Independence Palace first, and let's see how many shots we can take there. And after that we'll be moving on towards the cathedral. And let me tell you another thing, the Independence Palace is just 600 meters away from the War Museum, so it's it's actually walkable. Just look at the number of bikes. Absolutely beautiful. Just like in Hoi An, it's absolutely beautiful to watch. So on the way we are trying out some beautiful bon cha, which is a kind of coffee mix with ice. Almost like in India what we have is cold coffee. You can see this person is blending out the things. One of the most attractive things that I found here in Saigon is that they have preserved a lot of trees in this beautiful city. Just behind me and just beside me you can see these trees are not just 5 to 10 years old, they are more than 60, 70 or maybe 100 years old. So doing this not only makes the place cold and also beautiful, but saving trees is also needed from everyone's side to make the earth much more greener and prevent it from pollution. So right over here is the Independence Palace, which is just 5 minutes walk from the War Remnant Museum. You can see this is the main gate, which I am just about to reach. I'm just showing you the place. Okay, so here is the main gate over here, and look how beautifully decorated the place is. So from here you need to go inside, and there is the Independence Palace here in Saigon, Vietnam. The place is actually closed right now. It gets closed, yes, it gets closed around 3:30 p.m. so keep the time noted, because if you want to visit this beautiful place, be there before 3:30 p.m. to get in. The Independence Palace here is one of the most iconic structures in the country, and it's definitely one of the places you should visit when you are in Saigon. Unfortunately, it's closed right now because it's almost 5 at the clock, and as I've already told you, this place gets closed by 3:30 p.m. So after visiting the War Museum, this is the place you should visit, because it's actually 5 minutes away from the War Museum. But do remember this in mind. After coming out from the gate of the War Museum, take the left side way, not the right side, because if you take the right side, you will have to walk almost a kilometer or more to come to this main gate. And if you take the left side, it will take you 5 minutes and almost around 300 to 400 meters walk. So do remember this. Once you get out of the War Museum, take the left side and you will reach the War Museum, the Independence Palace here in Saigon, Vietnam. You can see this is the church, which is the 19th century European architecture church right over here, and this is under renovation at the moment, but I hope this place is open for people to visit. The timings are all given here. Cathedral of Notre Dame of Saigon. Here the timings are given here. Right behind me is the church which I was talking about, and this is actually a replica of the one which you will be finding in Paris, the Notre Dame Cathedral. But as you can see, at the moment it's closed and it's totally under renovation, and I just had a talk with the person who is there. She was telling me that this place is going to open almost after a year. So people who are coming in 2024, it's sad to say that you are going to miss this place, but you can definitely come to this particular place and see the place from outside, but you cannot go in actually. So bad luck for the ones who are coming in 2024, and bad luck for me also. The architecture here in the Saigon city is absolutely beautiful. You can see a lot of old buildings with beautiful French architecture all around the city, and as I've already told you, some big beautiful trees. So walking in this city is absolutely a bliss. So just on the opposite side of the cathedral is the Saigon Central Post Office, which is present here from 1886, and this is the first post office here in the country. So let's go and explore this beautiful place here in Vietnam. So just at the entry gate, they have given here the timings of the place. From Monday to Friday it's open from 7:30 AM in the morning till 6 PM, and on Saturday again it's from 7:30 to 6, but on Sunday it opens on 8 AM and closes at 5 p.m. So keep this thing noted when coming to this beautiful post office here at Saigon. Come on, let's go and check in. This place is an absolute gem, as you can see. Just look at it, absolutely beautiful. The architecture here is superb. And they are having tourist information, hop-in, hop-off bus stops, jewelries, and also some stores where they are selling necklace and hats also, the very famous Vietnamese hats. So right inside this central post office here at Saigon, you can actually send letters and also domestic and international parcels. As you can see, there are people who are sending letters and parcels to their loved ones, and right here they are providing stamps. You can see there are so many people doing the thing, and it's one of the best things that you can do here at the post office. This section is the parcel and items packing section, and you can see it's written there Vietnam Post. I'm just showing you how they are doing the parceling here. Packing boxes are kept over there. So we have covered almost all the places, all the nearby attractions here at Saigon, and these are the places you can visit on your trip to this beautiful city in Vietnam. You can also go on a day trip to the Mekong Delta and go for the Chu Si Tunnel also. That will take you almost a day to finish, and Chu Si Tunnel is something which I would definitely recommend you all to go. We don't have time in this tour because today is the last day. We are here in Vietnam. We are going back tomorrow to India. So I hope you all love the video. If you have any queries related to anything, do let me know in the comment section below. There are some few more places which you can also visit. If you want some information on that, just give me a comment. I will answer each and everyone's call. So see you all again in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.